roll, baby.
Let's rock and roll, man. Boom, boom. So you have enough accolades every time we come out of a full inning. I'm going to change everything up.
I got you. I'll follow.
So far, I have 2015 World Series champion, 2014 American League pennant.
Yep.
Former AA manager.
Yep.
Former Team USA team captain, 3-time All-American,
Yeah.
first-round draft pick, and now current high school head coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's pretty good, man.
You're going to be like,
That's awesome.
Two old rivals ready for action. One team looking for revenge, the other looking for a return. It's the top talent, the best teams, the biggest stage, an opportunity to move on to the next level. Who will make it to Vero Beach for the championship? It's the Nike RBI Central Regionals from Kansas City as Chicago and Indy get ready to square off in Kansas City.
welcome to a gorgeous day for baseball here in the Fountain City of Kansas City. I'm James Verrett, along with 2015 Major League World Series champion Christian Colon. And it is time now for our junior championship here at the Kansas City Urban Youth Academy at Motley Family Field for the Central Division of the Nike MLB RBI World Series. Christian, this is a situation where we've got a dominant team, the home team in the White Sox, up against an up-and-coming Indianapolis RBI team.
Yeah, the White Sox have really been dominating this whole tournament from start. And they're looking to finish it right here. They're looking to finish it. They have some unfinished business. You know, they want to get to Florida, and this should be a good one.
On the mound now, Arion Gould, their starting pitcher. Our first pitch in on the outside corner for a strike. Our first batter, number 3, Darrell Rice.
As you can tell, early on, they're feeling confident. They're gonna, be in the strike zone, and this White Sox team, all the way from junior division to senior division, they've been pretty dominant. They're confident going into these games.
Ball inside for ball 1. Now the count is even at 1 apiece. Talking to the coaches with the White Sox, they say they have unfinished business. Last year, this junior team made it to the World Series semifinals. They felt as if they left something in the state of Florida where the finals take place, and they think they have some unfinished business. So they have taken a business approach. They have dominated during the pool play, only allowing 3 runs, and he said that was 3 too many. And there's a shot by Rice over in the left field for our opening base hit. And talking to the coach for the Indy RBI team, Gary Hampton, who is in his first season, he said he wanted his team to be aggressive at the plate. He wants his pitchers to pound the corners, and he needs an error-free defense. So far, aggressive at the plate has worked.
James, you nailed it on that. They got to come out, aggressive against a really good team, and they give up 3 runs the whole entire tournament, or pool play, I should say. 3 runs. I mean, that's pretty good. But they're strictly, they're coming in business-like approach, and they're ready to go. Like you said, they want to get back to Florida and handle things.
Gavin Jones, it's a foul ball. Aggressive right there on the plate was Tyler Thomas.
A really good swing by their leadoff hitter. Staying through the ball really nice right there, and putting pressure on the defense right away.
Inside, gets away from the catcher, and now Rice will advance to second on the pass ball. So now he's in scoring position, and now we'll see if Jones can put something in play.
Yeah, I mean, they're set up perfectly right here with no outs. If you can hit a ball to, second base, and move this guy over, or a fly ball, deep fly ball. You do your job.
Swing and a miss, and the first strikeout of the day for Aaron Gould.
It's a big out right there. Big out. They look for them to steal third here, try to figure something out to get on the board early.
Kingston Martin, first pitch, and they're going to try to get him out at third, and the catcher does not throw it. So Rice is now advanced to third base, advanced to second on the pass ball, and they'll give him credit, I think, for a steal, making it to third base, even though the catcher bobbled it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And, this is the first sign of adversity that the White Sox really have faced this tournament. They've been pretty dominant, as we mentioned before, so it'd be interesting to see how they come back.
Jets tipped that one a bit. So now looking at 1 ball, 2 strikes to Martin. And gets to the shortstop. Boykin trying to make a throw, not in time, and the run scores.
Really good baseball overall right there. Put the ball in play with the run on third base. We're going to get a courtesy runner here. But really nice play by the shortstop to stop that. I mean, almost got him out. But the run does come in and score, and Indy has taken that lead now and, again, putting pressure on the White Sox.
Hudspeth is now the courtesy runner at first base for Martin. And now here comes the pitcher, Andre Adams, and he's Andre with an E at the front. Yes.
A little different right there.
A little different. And he's doing double duty today. No DH for the Indy team. Swing and a miss. Now the 0-2 delivery coming from Gould. Throw in time, and he gets the out. Hudspeth is out, and our first throwdown for the catcher for the White Sox. Great job there, and even with the bounce.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful transfer. Nice one hop, and letting the ball travel and putting the tag down quick, showing the umpire he had it. Didn't reach for the ball, which you see a lot, around this age. They reach, and it takes a little bit of time, but that was executed perfectly.
1-2 pitch fouled off. And that's Tyler Hampton Hall, who is behind the plate. 1-2. And gets it back over the Boykin at shortstop. Easy throw, and they get out, but not before they give up 1 run. We're going to the bottom half of the first inning. It is Indy up 1-0 over the Chicago White Sox junior team. You're watching live baseball here at Motley Field at the KC Urban Youth Academy, the Central Division Championship for the juniors. Stay tuned. Going to the bottom half of the first inning, our pitcher is Andre Adams, and that's Andre with an E, joined now by 2014 American League pennant champion, Christian Colon. And this young man, he'll throw a good fastball. He has a sinker and a curve, and he's going up against a formidable opponent in Chase Boykin, who is our leadoff batter for the White Sox.
Yeah, this junior team has done a great job. I mean, we talked about Boykins yesterday, how when he gets on base, the offense goes. Really nice looking player here. He just gets on base. He's an on base machine, and look for him to get on and steal.
First pitch called strike. And this one over going to the shortstop. Oh, he bobbles it, and that gives Boykin an easy run to first base.
And this is where they got to make adjustments in terms of not allowing free bases to a team that's already been really good. Like I said before, look for Boykins now to really make this hurt and get to second base right here on the steal.
Arion Gould, your second batter of the inning. And a balk is called, which will allow Boykins
we've seen a lot of those in the
get over the
tournament
second.
games, just a little bit lack of focus right there. Again, free bases are going to be – they got to be limited and if they want a chance to compete here.
Called strike. So far, Adams has done a good job on his first pitch. He's gotten 2 consistent strikes on his first pitches.
Yeah, he's getting ahead.
Evens the count at 1 apiece. The pitch. And once again to the shortstop. This time he feels it well, throws it high, and that means you've got runners on the corners at first and third with the advancement of Boykins.
Tricky play right there. Kind of a big hop, and if you see Boykins, he was kind of caught in between right there. Didn't know if he wanted to go to third or kind of wait, and they actually had a shot at him at third base right there. They could have got that out, but he opted to throw to first. By that time, it was too late. Just kind of a high throw there. They put themselves in a really tough spot right here. No outs, and we know how this White Sox, organizations can put up crooked numbers in one inning.
This one is fouled off by Tyler Hampton Hall.
Hampton Hall, man, he's been really impressive to watch this whole tournament. Real strong kid, and when he gets a hold of it, the ball goes.
And he likes to move that bat in his stance. Looks like he's always ready.
Yeah, he's ready. He's big kid, strong. That was a huge jump right there. He didn't even offer at the pitch, let him steal second. I mean, the baseball IQ is really high for this White Sox team.
Gould advanced over to second base on the steal. Count now is 2 balls, 1 strike to Hampton Hall. That one's still a little high. Makes the count 3-1.
Look for him to really swing the bat here in this count. He's gonna take his best swing at this ball if it's in the zone.
Nice shot over the head of the shortstop. Boykins will score. Here comes Gould over from second base, and just like that, they have 2 runs with the single from Hampton Hall.
Yeah, not surprised there. Hampton Hall continues to stay hot, continues to hit the ball really hard. Outstanding player.
Silas Rainey now up to bat for the White Sox juniors.
And that's what we've seen from this White Sox junior division too, that they capitalize on mistakes. You know, they cash them in.
Runner goes in time, and yes, they get the throw out at second base. Our courtesy runner, Ethan Gonzalez, came in for Hampton Hall, and he gets thrown out. So far, our courtesy runners haven't done a great job.
Yeah, they're just kind of maybe a little timid, not knowing where to go right there. Just not the greatest jump, but really good execution by the defense there.
And that is a good strike over in the left field for Silas Rainey, and he gets a single. And now the catcher's going to go over and talk to Adams. Try to most likely talk to him, let him know it's okay.
Yeah.
You got to keep on pitching.
Yeah, take your time. You know, just slow it down here. We know how innings can get out of hand. And that's the one thing they want to avoid is the big inning. You know, if they can keep it right here, get a ground ball, get back into the dugout, they have a chance. They're keeping the game close.
Chase Watson up to bat for the first time. And that one on the outside gets past the catcher. And that will allow Rainey to make it over to second.
You know, so far Adams has been aggressive in the zone early, but we got to find a way here to stop the bleeding and not make sure that it doesn't turn to a bigger inning.
Adams just fakes over to second base, trying to keep Rainey close. One 1-0 pitch on the outside. Oh, they call it a strike. Evens the count at one apiece. That outside corner for this umpire is a hot spot.
Yeah. That's been some that even from yesterday, that's his zone, and hitters got to know they got to look for that spot.
And a good shot by Watson, and a great catch by the center fielder. Good job by Rainey to get back to second base in time, but the center fielder does a good job of chasing that ball down into left center.
Big time play right there. If that ball gets by, we're possibly looking at another inside the Parker.
Yeah.
That was really, really good to just pick up his pitcher here, Adams. But, you know, tremendous baseball play all around. Good swing. Really nice play right there by the center fielder.
So Rainey still at second base, 2 outs, and now here comes Paris Head up to bat. And he hits a shot over to left field. Left field is right there, and they do get out of the inning. Back-to-back fly outs. They do give up 2 runs. And we go to the top half of the second inning. We do have a ball game, folks. It's 2-1 in favor of the White Sox juniors. You're watching the Central Division Junior Championships live from Motley Family Field at the KC Urban Youth Academy. Stay tuned. And we're back to live action, top half of the second inning. Braylon Winters is up to bat for the Indy RBI team, and on the mound, Arion Gould. That one is fouled back.
The White Sox team here making a change early, switching pitchers a little bit, just a different look. Interesting to see here early on. They're taking nothing for granted. They're coming out, ready to play this game, to go to Florida.
0-2 pitch now coming from Gould. And that was a little bit too far outside.
That was close. That was closer than everybody thought right there. I think the catcher thought that that was strike 3.
That one high. Evens the count at 2 apiece. A shot into left center, and it's a base hit. And for Winters, it could be a spring and a summer because he's going for a little bit extra. He's going to third, and they call him back, and he slides back into second base. A good double for Winters.
Actually, a really good read right there. Looked like coming around second base. He stumbled a little bit. It was going to be really close at third base, so the fact that he stopped, went back, really showing good baseball IQ. Just understanding there's no outs. He's already in scoring position, and they're back in business. They've been swinging the bats really well to start the game.
That's first pitch for a ball. Coach Gary Hampton, their head coach, said he wanted them to be aggressive at the plate, and so far they've been very aggressive. Swing and a miss by Carter Johnson evens the count at 1 apiece.
Yeah, they've been aggressive. They're sticking to the approach, being aggressive, swinging the bat.
This one is high. Boykins, the shortstop, is under it. He calls it and gets the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's a big out. The runner didn't advance to third. Again, we got it somehow, some way. For if you're an Indy team, you got to find a way to get that guy over to third base with no outs or 1 out. So you put the pressure on the White Sox defense.
Harper Stewart, lefty, first pitch, and you said they got to get a guy over to third base, and they're able to get Winters over to third.
Yeah, this is what baseball's about: scoring runs and getting guys to third base with less than 2 outs, and they have a chance to score here and tie this ball game up.
Outside for the second ball. And he'll call that one strike.
So far this tournament has had really nice infielders too. You look at Head, the shortstop, really, really nice. Boykins is second, looking really good too, with just in rhythm. Good job with their feet. Been impressed with the infielders in this tournament.
Count is 3-1, 1 out. Runner on third for Indy. That's called strike to make the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And now it's time to put that ball in play if it's in the zone. Can't leave it up to the umpire right here. You just got to make sure you put the ball in play.
3-2 pitches outside, and Harper will get a base on balls. So now they've got runners at the corner for Anthony Jenkins. And now we're going to have a conversation. And this is this is just as much defense as it is trying to make sure the pitcher knows what he needs to do, correct?
Yeah, this is just taking a breather here. You could tell he's, just being really positive. There's really nothing to freak out about right now. We got good, a pitcher on the mound. It's just reminding them that they could get a ground ball here and be out of the inning.
Thank you so much.
All right, meeting is over. And now we're looking at Anthony Jenkins, who has runners on the corner. They trail 2-1 here in the top half of the second. The pitch outside, they're going to throw it over to second base. Boykins right there in time, and they do get the out.
And this is really tough. Right there, we got a chance to score. We're in a good position here, and now we have taken ourselves out of the inning in a way. We still got this one out to work with, but that was a tough break right there for Indy.
Boykins once again doing a masterful job at shortstop, makes the throw and the catch to get the out of the inning, and no run will score. It remains 2-1. The defense showed up when they needed to for the White Sox. Stay tuned. We come back. We'll get you to the bottom half of the second inning, 2-1, with the White Sox juniors in the lead. Bottom half of the second inning. And up to bat, Tyler Thomas.
We saw Thomas yesterday rip a ball up the middle. Really nice swing. He's short to the ball. Another hitter for the White Sox is very confident.
This one is fouled back. Makes
really
it count.
Nice, easy swing to the ball, James. If you really look at it, he's a natural hitter. You can just see it.
And this will go into shallow left, and he drops the ball. Oh, no. He wants that one back.
Yeah, absolutely. No, those are the free bases that we can't afford to give up, especially with the good team like the White Sox. And, yeah, I bet he wants that one back right there.
And right now the head coach, Gary Hampton, is going to call a timeout. I think he's got to talk to that shortstop a little bit because he's had a couple of bobbles early.
Yeah, I encourage him to keep his head up. There's nothing they can do about it now. Move on to the next play. And I think that's exactly what's happening right now. He's just encouraging him to keep his head up and, be ready for the next one.
Also talking to the pitcher, letting the pitcher know. And for Coach Hampton, he has been a longtime high school coach in the Indy area. His first season with the Indy RBI club, and he says he's had a great time. He was recruited, so to speak. He went over to the World Series in Florida, and they said, "Do you want to coach it?" He's like, "Oh, after all this, yeah."
Yeah,
He said that.
That's a really good sign right there of how good of a leader he is. By going out there and calming things down, encouraging his shortstop to keep his head up and get a ground ball right here and turn it over play.
Aiden Garcia up to bat now for the Junior White Sox. Now
Adam keeps throwing the ball, competing, being in the zone, which is good to see.
This one is a fly ball. And I think the shortstop made amends. He caught that one. Evens it out.
And it's just, this is how baseball works. The ball will find you, especially when you feel like you're not as prepared as you should, and then something happens in the game. The ball is going to continue to be hit to you, and you just got to answer that call, right? You got to just be ready for the next one. And, credit right there. He stayed with the ball, and he did make that play, and I think that's a step in the right direction here with the maybe ground ball now turning to double play here.
Abel Diaz up to bat next with one out, runner on first. And for Adams, he was going to make sure was the ball in play. Yeah. Because you cannot fake the first if you're anywhere close to that pitcher's rubber.
Yeah, I think Adams, they're worrying a little bit too much about the runners. They're still in this ball game. I think right here we just got to focus on the hitter and make sure we get that ground ball.
And this out will be crucial because after Diaz, they go back to the top of the order with Chase Boykins.
Yeah, if it turned the lineup over, and now it's their best hitters.
And they get a dribbler over to the shortstop to get the force out at second for out number 2.
Credit to Adams, got the ground ball we've been talking about this whole inning. Yeah, they got lucky right there. Even though there was a misplay on the ball, they still got the lead out. Really, really good break for Indy right there.
Max Kraft, the second baseman, stops the ball, but he couldn't get it out of his glove enough, and he just dribbles it over to the shortstop to get the force out. Now to the top of the order, and a shot over to center field, and a good catch there by Carter Johnson, the center fielder, to get them out of the inning. So the meeting by Coach Hampton worked out.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to go to the top half of the third. It's 2-1 in favor of the White Sox junior team. Stay tuned. And welcome back. We're in the top half of the third inning. I'm James Redd, along with former Double-A manager Christian Colon. And Christian, as a manager in this point of view, in the top half of the third, what are you trying to tell your hitters?
Well, just continue to stay aggressive early in the count. They stuck to the approach pretty well. They've hit some balls hard. Indy has found some holes. The White Sox have lined out quite a bit. And, that's why baseball is so special and so good, because you don't know on that day what kind of luck you bring into the field.
Max Kraft with his first at-bat of the day here in the top half of the third inning. In for a called strike. Makes the count 1-2.
The White Sox pitchers aren't going to give up many free bases. They got to be aggressive and swing the bat.
Gets away from the catcher. Hampton Hall gets the throw over to Garcia to get out number 1.
Really nice right there by Hampton Hall. Staying with the ball, staying with it, throwing it, on a kind of a weird angle there on the outside. You can see him grabbing the ball and letting his first baseman go outside. It's a really good executed play right there.
Now back up to the top of the order for the Indy RBI squad. And it was Rice who did score, and he got a single, advanced on a steal and a pass ball, and he was able to score. And called strike. 0-2 count now to Rice. And that one bounces across the mound, and that will make it 1-2.
Indy has to stay aggressive. They can't afford to just take the passive approach here.
And another shot and another hit for Rice, and Rice brings his own gravy to the field.
Oh yeah, you can tell he's swinging it. He's swinging it. He's confident. I mean, he was waiting for that fastball right there. First 2 pitches looked like some sort of off speed. He took them and then just handled that fastball inside.
I do like gravy with my rice.
Yeah. I've tried it. I like it.
There you go. Are you a chicken gravy or a beef gravy guy?
Chicken.
Chicken gravy.
Yeah.
Me too. There you go.
It's a big lead at first.
Rice is out there at first base, and he's almost halfway to second base already. And he's trying to get some chicken to go with his gravy and his rice.
Yeah, he is. You can tell he wants to get to second base. But, again, Hampton Hall has done a good job transferring the ball and throwing to second base. Really nice.
Here comes Rice, the throw from Hampton Hall, and they call him safe. Hit the top of the head rather than the hand, and his hands were stretched out. They gave it to him.
Yeah, he barely got in there. Again, being aggressive is the key for Indy in this game. I'm really impressed with Hampton Hall's transfer. Really nice and smooth. Just really good player right there. And his throws to second base have been right on the money.
Rice at second. 2-1 count. Delivery from Gould. Gets a shot over to Thomas. Thomas makes the throw over to Garcia to get out number 2.
Now here, anything could happen. You got a runner on third base, 2 outs. Especially how Rice hits athleticism at third base. Rice could really look for the ball in the dirt, and it kicks off a little bit. He can score and tie the game up.
Kingston Martin, his second at bat of the day, and that one goes off of Hampton Hall's catcher's mask, and the umpire quickly going to walk the ball out, give Hampton Hall time to collect himself right quick, because even though that helmet is very protective, that catcher's mask, when you get hit, that's a shock.
Oh yeah, it'll ring your bells a little bit, and you see him giving thumbs up to the coaching staff. He's really again excited to get back to play right here.
Called strike. 0-2 count. Our umpires today, Chris Irvin, David Gonzalez, Mustafa Rose, and Garland Stewart. That's our umpire crew today. And another shot, but over to make the play are the White Sox left fielder, and they get out of the inning without giving up a run. They did leave one on base. We're going to go to the bottom half of the third inning. 2-1 is your score. Stay tuned. Sunny day, hot day here in the Fountain City. As we get ready for the bottom half of the third inning, Arion Gould up for his second at bat. He scored in the bottom half of the first, the second run of the game to give them at that point, a 2-1 lead, and that's where we stand, and goes right through Max Kraft, the second baseman, and that was basically a turf bounce.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hard hit ball. We're going to get it courtesy runner here for the pitcher. But, again, ball's hit really hard, tough play. You kind of have to, as a second baseman there, you got to have a back step to that ball. Again, not easy play by any means. Probably should go down as a base hit.
I know the second baseman is hoping base hit, not an
yeah,
error.
yeah.
There you go.
Sure.
Terrell Hampton Hall up to bat. And over at first base is Roman Burgess, our courtesy runner. Runner goes, and throw not there. So our first courtesy runner to get credit for a steal today.
Yeah, he got a good jump there, and again, they're making things happen, especially with Hampton Hall here at the dish.
2-0 pitch, and he hits this one high. Stewart's going to go back, all the way to the warning track. He loses it in the sun. It bounces off the warning track and the wall. Burgess, the courtesy runner, will score from second base, and going in for a double is Terrell Hampton Hall, and he'll have his courtesy runner come out now.
Man, well, again, just getting a good pitch to hit, elevated, almost nearly hit a homer. And this is a big league park dimensions here, 330 down the line. And, again, really, really strong kid taking the ball that far.
Gonzalez in as the courtesy runner. Up to bat now with a foul tip is Silas Rainey. A 1 pitch. This one is high, Running out of real estate is rice, and he won't be able to catch that gravy. He'll just stay in the pot.
But you see how hard he's playing, though. These kids, they're playing hard. They're leaving it out all on the field. If that ball was any closer to the fence, he was going to go for it.
No doubt. Now the count is 0-2. Still runner on second base. One run is already scored this inning. And that's a swing, and they will call it foul. Rainey fighting to stay alive in this one.
Yeah, another really good-looking ball player right here in Rainey. He started the game as a pitcher, and, you could just see the fluidity of his swing and the athleticism.
Delivery from Adams, and that one is outside to make it 0-2. How much do you, as when you were a AA manager, you teach players about fighting with that 0-2 pitch, 1-2 pitch situations like that?
Yeah, I mean, two strikes is really hard to hit. But here's a perfect example of staying on a ball, hitting the ball where it's pitched, just continuing to show the maturity of these kids for the White Sox team. On their, offensive approach. James, I remember yesterday we talked a little bit about who's their hitting coach, because these guys are well advanced, well mature their years. And, as a manager, we had our own hitting coach, and we communicated with them all the time about some of the adjustments we got to make with two strikes. The average is 160 or 170. It's hard to hit with two strikes, so you just got to put the ball in play and see what happens.
Rainey advances on a steal. Now we've got runners at second and third for Chase Watson. Watson looking for his first hit of the day. Carter Johnson going back, and he makes the catch. Tagging is Gonzalez. He will score from third, and advancing over to third base is Rainey. So good sacrifice right there.
Situational hitting. Perfectly executed. Got a good pitch to hit, middle of the field. That's what you want to see from your offense. And they're rolling. They're rolling now. They feel confident. They got a guy on third base now with one out, and they're on the verge of scoring another run here.
Shortstop Paris Head. Now Paris Head and Chase Boykins are almost like clones of each other. They both have the longer hair coming out of the backside of their helmets. They both like to change the color of their shoes mid-game.
Yeah.
He's starting with yellow. Boykin started with white. That may be the only way I can differentiate between the two, because their games are very similar.
Yeah, absolutely. The games are very similar. They've been doing this, all tournament. Just really athletic players, really nice. You can see the setup by Head that starts early and it starts slow, and he's able to see really what he's swinging at. I mean, really, really advanced for the age.
That's ball high.
But you're right, James. They look like brothers.
They do. And they play like mirror images of each other. And that's what you want between a second baseman and a shortstop.
Oh, yeah. You want that relationship to be solid. And it seems like that's what they got going on.
Base on balls, and he will make it over to first. So now we've got runners at first and third for Tyler Thomas.
Again, look for this inning to get a little bit out of hand. Thomas, another big, strong hitter. Look for some action here.
Runner goes, and the catcher smartly looks at third, doesn't throw to second because he doesn't want that runner to advance.
They really can't afford to give up any more runs. As you see, good coaching right there. Indy's bringing their infield in. But, man, these swings, again, they're strong, they're powerful, they're ready. They're getting their best swings off here.
1-1 pitch now coming from Adams. Runners on second and third, one out. Now one outside to make it 2-1.
Oh, we give him the little Juan Soto shuffle right there. He's feeling good.
That one is high, 3-1. He doesn't want to lose this batter to load the bases with one out.
You know, I could see where this is not a bad idea right here to not give in. Just you got a base open. You don't want to give up a base hit here and score 2.
And looks like they're going with that plan because he makes it with a walk.
Yeah, we're going to take a mound visit here to slow things down, which is, again, really good feel by their head coach here. And now you slow down the momentum, and you got a righty up.
And looks like what we're doing right now is taking a little bit of a water break. And that is crucial today because temperature now is 84 degrees, but it feels more like 91.
And then you got the turf, which brings it up to, probably 100. So
correct.
It's starting to get hot. We get this hydration breaks. The biggest thing is keeping the kids healthy, keeping them safe. And so right now, the staff in this tournament, they've done a great job implementing this, and MLB coming together with this idea, and it's good for the kids.
And a lot of these kids are middle schoolers going into high school, or they may be in their first year of high school. They're normally the class of 29 or 30. So these are relatively young guys. And this is a grand stage. When you think about it, we win, we get a paid trip to Florida. A lot of anxiety right there on the field.
Oh yeah, man. That gives a real sense of urgency here. But like I remember early games not really even having anything in my stomach, not wanting to eat because that anxiety that you talked about, right? And like how much it means to make memories with your teammates and go to a paid trip to Florida and compete for a championship. So I know that if you don't drink enough water, you could be in some real trouble, or if you don't get any food in your system.
Pitch high and inside to Aiden Garcia. He's looking for his first hit of the day. Got one out, bases loaded. "4-1 is your score. 2 runs already scored so far in this inning. Here comes the delivery from Adams. And that's inside. 3 balls, no strikes. So now he's got to give him a good juicy pitch. And I don't know if we've got any more Gary Carters anymore that
They're ready to swing 3-0.
There you go.
If there's an opportunity in the game to do it, this is it. You have a chance to put it away.
And there we go.
What he does, yeah.
And the catch, do they call it? Yes, they do. Great catch by Darrell Rice, and 1 run will score. Good defense there and a good sacrifice, and they're able to get a run.
Yeah, again, they're staying aggressive. 3-0. He got a good pitch to hit there, and he let it go. Again, really good job by the base runners. Seeing the ball go up, they tag up, especially head at second, takes that extra base. Usually at this age, what you see is that the ball goes up and they want to run. But really, really nice job by head right there.
And this one will get past the second baseman Kraft, and another run will score.
And I got to say, that right fielder Rice, again, outstanding play. He's playing his heart out. He's playing hard. Again, White Sox team they just swing it, man. They come out here and they know themselves, and they play together as a group.
And when you mention playing together as a group, talking with Coach Hampton, and here we go, shortstop Gavin Jones going to make the throw. And will they call it? Yes, they will. Held on to it, and they get the out, but not before they give up 4 runs. And now the lead balloons to 6-1 in favor of the White Sox juniors. Stay tuned. We'll have the top half of the 4th inning coming up.
Okay, so yeah, you just were doing the right. Okay, all right. You ready?
Top half of the fourth inning, and up to bat is Andre Adams, trying to help his own cause. He's also the pitcher on the bump for the Indy RBI squad. First pitch called strike coming from Arion Gould.
And you can see Gould getting ahead early in the counts with it looks like a little cutter slider type, but he's got a good feel for that pitch.
And this one is fouled off, and that was sort of like self-preservation there. It looks like that ball was coming in.
Yeah, they're mixing in well. Little cutter with the fastball in. Really nice mix.
0-2 pitch. And call strike. Looks like that one inside set up that breaking ball to get that one on the inside.
Absolutely. Like I said, good mix overall. Coming in, getting a first pitch strike with the cutter, and then fastballs in, and then that, like you said, that set up that front door cutter slider right there.
Winters with his second at bat made it over to second base with a double his first at bat. Looking at an 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2.
Yeah, it's getting ahead, working ahead, mixing well, in and out right there. And you can see the pressure building up for Indy, trying to make something happen.
And this one he fouls off to stay alive at 0-2.
When this happens, in the game of baseball, usually you try harder and things go south. They got to just let the ball come to you here and just get on base.
And this one is a blooper. First baseman Garcia makes the call and gets out number 2.
You got to let the game come to you here. Just a little bit of, patience can go a long ways in this situation, but it's easier said than done.
Yes.
They feel the pressure and they want to get on base.
This one is going into foul territory. Thomas, and he just couldn't catch it. It looks like it just went behind him just ever so slightly.
Yeah, tough play right there with the sun too, and trying to find the fence. He had to do a couple things at once there, and he's got glasses on, but it's difficult to get that pop up.
The pitch, swing, and a miss makes it 0-2.
But by his body language, you could tell he was upset he didn't catch that because he
yeah.
feels like he had a good beat on it.
That one on the outside to make it 1-2. It seems as though right now, particularly in junior league and senior league baseball, that 0-2 pitch is always going to be way outside. They just want to see if you want to chase it.
Yeah, they want to see if you chase and get the at-bat over with.
And that breaking ball breaks a little bit too late.
It was close.
It was close.
Again, Gal, he's mixing in really nice right now, in and out, up and down.
1-2, and this one is high. Looks like Boykins or Head, and it is Paris Head who makes the catch to get out of the inning. And the shortstop and second
brother,
baseman.
I got it, man. Come on, this is my ball.
All right, we get to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The score is 6-1 in favor of the White Sox juniors. You're watching Central Division Junior Baseball Championship live from the KC Urban Youth Academy at Motley Family Field. Stay tuned.
everything that's going on up there. When you hit, okay.
Got a new left fielder for Indy, number 12, Troy Hudspeth. And still on the mound, Andre Adams. Gould in at bat, and he's already scored twice so far this game.
Yeah, his last at bat, he hit a ball right on the nose to second base. It's really hard to catch right there. Yeah, he got that in and started right there in the bottom of the third for the White Sox.
And that outside corner, once again called by our head umpire, Garland Stewart, who is at home plate. Our crew chief, Chris Irvin, David Gonzalez at third, and Mustafa Rose at first. And this is a shot from Gould. Hudspeth is over, but the center fielder, Carter Johnson, right there in left center to make the catch for out number one.
Really nice right there. Catch by the center fielder, smooth, no panic. We got some arms warming up in the Indy bullpen. But yeah, here comes Hampton Hall, one of their best players, and you can just see it, man. It's just ready to hit.
First pitch over to Hampton Hall, outside for ball one and high. And looks like it is our left fielder, Harper Stewart, who's out in the bullpen warming up right now.
Yeah, that's how they make that change right there, getting them ready.
That one is fouled back, makes the count even at 1-1.
I mean, the swings he's taking is really impressive, and I think his graduation year is 2029. So
he's still a baby.
He's a baby. I mean, and just the way he moves and the skills, you can really see there's some potential there.
Now, as a former manager and a current high school head coach, what is your vibe on what I call the happy bat? When they're moving it around and
he's getting away with it now, James. But as he gets older, he's gonna have to, make that adjustment because it is hard to be moving as the ball's coming.
And that one is foul. Catcher just couldn't get under it in time.
And that right there is where you got to be careful. If that ball comes in foul and they touch it, and he's standing on home plate, we're gonna have an issue. But right there. Never can take that for granted. You got to make sure you at least give some effort to first in case something happens.
90s and the early 2000s, you saw a lot of batters, major league batters, moving everything around, but it seems as though recently, especially when you got guys going 98, 99, 100 miles an hour, nobody's moving.
Exactly. It's hard to time it, and as you're moving. And I understand the swing has three pieces to it, and it's the rhythm part of it. It makes you feel good and on time. But a little bit too much it's going to be a problem, I believe.
And that's a shot right now. Hampton Hall has no problem getting hits. Gets it over to Hudspeth in left field, and he gets a single, gets on base.
Yeah, and there's guys that are, they come in, and you think they can't move the bat that much, but they carry it out through the whole entire career, and they figure out a way to keep it. I mean, a guy that comes to mind was Gary Sheffield, the way he moved the bat, but then he would lock it in and then go after that ball. I mean, really nice swing.
But they weren't throwing 100 when he was playing.
Exactly. Yeah, they only had a few, tough pitchers at that time. Now everybody throws 100.
Mm-hmm. I hear that 90 miles per hour is now it was what 85 miles per hour was maybe 10 or 15 years ago. It's a dime a dozen now.
100%. And the guys that are surviving in the game that are throwing 90, they spot up, and they really know how to pitch.
This one is high and out of play for a foul.
Which, again, we're in a generation now where our athletes have more resources. They can get stronger, faster. We have the data to let us know, hey, we are actually making progress and we're getting stronger. And so that's cool to see. But also, I feel like the baseball IQ has taken a step back a little bit.
Throw down is wide, and good job by second baseman Max Kraft to get that ball that really almost went into right center.
And like we talked about yesterday, James, the catchers are being taught to throw the ball up the line now so we can get that tag. And, especially at the higher levels with the replay, they just get that tag down, and they're able to, just before that slide, get that out.
3-1 pitch to Rainey. And this will be his third hit of the day. And run will score. Gonzalez scores from second base, the courtesy runner, and time is called in a double for Rainey.
Yeah, they're putting this game out of hand. Now they're hitting gaps, and you see the explosiveness right there coming around first. And the way they run too, just really athletic players.
And looks like Harper Stewart is going to get the call out of the bullpen. We do not have the trumpet as they do in Los Angeles, but, we can fake it if you like. We'll take a break as we're going to have a pitching change. And going 3 1/3 was Andre Adams. He had a good go of it, but it's 7-1 now in favor of the White Sox juniors. Indy's trying to do something to stop the bleeding. Stay tuned.
Huh? Does he want a Powerade? Yeah, he wants some pickle juice and lemonade. Pickle juice and mustard. To help with cramps. Oh, you?
I'm saying, where did you get that Powerade from?
Yeah, that'll be it. Oh, for real? It's just water.
Hey, on deck.
Garland he was cramping. He said if you can get him some pickle juice and mustard. Yeah. From the trainer. Thank you. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, we have a new pitcher in for the Indy RBI junior team. Started off the game in left field, now on the bump, number 11, Harper Stewart. Harper Stewart is our new pitcher. Our former pitcher, Andre Adams, went 3 1/3, and he will get credit for the 7 runs that are on the board. And our first batter that Harper Stewart will face is Chase Watson. Runner on second. First pitch high for ball 1.
really the only 2028 player they have on their roster is Maiden Nunn, and all these other kids are 2029. I mean, it's really impressive to see the baseball IQ they called a balk right there on the pitcher. Again, there's been a lot of free bases in the tournament, a lot of balks.
That's a ball, so count is 2-0 to Watson. And a swing and miss for strike one. So now the count is 2-1. When you've got that 2-0 pitch, you as a batter, do you think that, I can really do whatever I want to do because I still got 2 more strikes to play with?
Yeah, you could be a little bit more aggressive and take a bigger swing. The pitch that's a big time deciding factor here is that pitch that you just saw, the 2-1. You can let it go 2-0, but 2-1, you had locked back in and not now he's even in the count.
2-2 from Stewart, and that one is high to make the count full at 3-2.
Guess where Indy has to get an out here. Just can't give up any more runs.
And a nice shot by Watson into left center field, and Rainey will score from third. Makes the count 8-1.
I mean, they're making it look easy now. 2 strikes. They work the counts, making it look really easy, getting hits, getting all kinds of balls in play. It's good to see. Again, they're not giving up. They're not just turning the game. All right, we're up 8-1, but they still continuing to not give up away their at bats.
Fly ball over to Carter Johnson in center field. He gets under it. Oh, no, he drops the baseball. Oh, no, that's not what you want to do. And he's looking at his glove, but he may need to look at his other hand. Two hands, that's what they used to say.
Yeah, he's, again, like the lack of focus here now when you're down 8-1 really comes into play. It's just a reminder to everybody. We got to stay locked in. And the outs that are outs, we got to make sure we get those because we can't give up any extra outs.
Gary Hampton said that they had to play error-free baseball, and so far they've got credit for about 2 or 3 errors in this game that have cost them runs.
Yeah, and now all you could see is teammates trying to pick each other up, as a center fielder, keep your head up. Again, like we talked about the shortstop, there's going to be another opportunity for you to make a play.
Do you think that fielding in the outfield, particularly when you look at summer baseball, is something that's a forgotten art? You don't see a lot of guys using their 2 hands, bringing the ball in, getting in front of ground balls. Those things, it seems to me that it's sort of dying off.
And I think you're right, James. I think it comes down to it's not a sexy part of the game. It's not hitting, throwing hard, hitting hard. It's the little things, staying focused on an 8-1 game and using 2 hands in the fundamentals of the game,
Ball high makes the count even at 2 apiece to Tyler Thomas.
As you see, the senior team is showing up here now, seeing their youngsters putting it on, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to watch.
And they want everybody to go to Florida. Last year, it was the Indy team that upset the White Sox senior team to make it to Florida. And talking with Coach Hampton, they were 1 wild pitch away from winning the entire World Series. They lost in the finals. So the Indy senior team really has it on their mind to make it back. A good shot by Thomas, and that will be a base hit, and it gets over the head of Rice. He does not get the gravy on that play. 1 run will score, and we've got runners now on second and third.
Yeah, this is where it gets out of hand. Again, the White Sox, both the junior division, senior division, they do a great job of taking the lead early, having a nice cushion, but then really putting it on teams, later in the or mid game, later in the game. They're just relentless with their approach, and they just again double digit hits. They're continuing to impress, the whole tournament on how they score runs.
Still 1 out. Stewart still on the mound. Came in relief for Andre Adams, who went 3 1/3. Adams, Aiden Garcia looking for his first hit of the day.
And Garcia, again, really good swing as well. He's another guy that has had really good at bats. Just still, like you said, looking for his first hit, and Indy can't give up any more runs.
The pitch fouled off again. Now the count is 1-2 to Garcia. And he has sort of a wide foot stance. He's sort of back in the box and waiting on the baseball to come to him.
Yeah, he has a nice load. Again, these hitters, fundamentally and mechanically, they're really sound. They're really good. They have a slow gather and then explosive through the ball.
Count is even up at 2 apiece. Still 1 out. 3 runs already scored this inning. And that one is fouled down the third base line.
That's a scary feeling, being a base runner right there.
Oh, yeah.
When a guy pulls the ball, one of your teammates, it's like, man, please don't hit me.
2-2 pitch coming from Stewart. High and out of play. And the count remains 2-2.
We've seen throughout the tournament there's not a lot of room, foul territory here, which has caused some confusion when the ball gets away from some of the fielders. The ball doesn't go that far. You really got to watch out for a good bounce.
2-2 pitch. And he keeps trying to power it down that third base line. How, as a right-handed hitter, do you want to try to hit it opposite field now?
Right now, the key to this at bat is backing the ball up a little bit. Okay, just understanding that you got more time than you think, and all you got to do is really put the ball in play in the air. Now, he's in survival mode right now.
There you go, and that's survival mode.
Yeah, he's just trying to put the ball in play. Credit, again, to the pitcher trying to sit here, I believe it's Stewart. Yeah, continuing to make good pitches and be in the zone in a survival mode at bat.
And he finally gets the base hit after fighting off a number of pitches. 1 run will score, make it 2 runs. Garcia gets his first at bat with a hit of the day, and he scores, gets 2 RBIs with it.
And you see the coach right there, Gary Hampton, kind of looking around, looking at his third baseman. Hey, you're the cutoff man right there on that play, not the first baseman. So, again, a lot of good teaching moments for these players, just to be able to slow the game down and help each other out, and also, learn the game, although, it's an 11-1 ball game.
Our 9-hole hitter, Abel Diaz. He's been able to get on base twice. Credit for a couple of hits. And he's the 9-hole guy.
Yeah, that tells you something about the offense.
Called strike.
No, they've been all business. You know, you can see throughout the entire tournament, they're not giving away any at-bats.
Good stop by the catcher, keeping it in front. 2 balls, 1 strike, still only 1 out. And they've got a runner on first in Aiden Garcia, who had a 2 RBI single. And now he's going to run. And did they call the balk? I think they did call the balk.
That surprised him right there, and he just kind of went into freeze mode, you know, and didn't deliver the ball.
That's on the outside, and Garcia doing a good job of getting a strong lead at second base.
Yeah, he's looking to score here. Again, they're just not going to stop.
This is foul out of play. Winner of this game will go to Florida for the Junior RBI College World Series, sponsored by Nike and Major League Baseball. And this is a nice shot by Diaz over to Hudspeth, and Hudspeth gets out number 2. So now we're at the top of the lineup, and looks like we may have a pinch hitter in Maiden Nunn.
Yeah, Maiden Nunn here comes in for Boykins. Boykin already, you know, had a day.
And it is Madden Nunn. Double D. He's double D and double N.
Madden. No,
Madden.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, these kids, they're listed at 6'1", 210. Again, these kids they're different, man. Nowadays, they're different. They're strong, and it's fun to watch.
That was ball high, a little bit of right above his hands. Showed good discipline on that one, not to swing at that first pitch.
Yeah. Usually coming in, you want to get your swing off, and he's being real patient right now, waiting for that one pitch.
And I think that shows the discipline of the entire program. When you see a guy coming off the bench, he sees 11-1, 2 outs, runner scoring. I want to just swing. He's staying disciplined and trying to have a good at bat. And there's a shot. Hudspeth takes the line drive and gets them out of the inning, but not before they were able to get 5 runs. 11-1 is your score. Indy has a lot of work to do. We'll see if they can start chipping away. Stay tuned. More baseball coming up. Top half of the fifth inning, work to do if you're an Indy RBI junior player. And right now, Harper Stewart trying to help his own cause. He started off in left field. Now he is the pitcher on the mound, and now he's in the box. And the left-handed batter trying to do whatever he can to extend this game. Gould, with that outside pitch, makes the count 2-1. That one's still a little outside to make it 3-1.
You know, when you have innings that long on offense, sometimes, you know, it takes a little bit to find that rhythm as a pitcher. You've been sent down for a while.
And he walks Stewart. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. And it looks like that's going to be Sharp. So Sharp is in for Anthony Jenkins. And a good shot over to center field for a base hit. Diaz takes the one bouncer and throws it in. But now you got runners on first and second, and a good job by Sharp.
That's pretty good right there where you come in the game. And Sharp does a good job staying on the ball, line drive to center field, ready to hit.
So now we're going to have a quick meeting. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. And we will take a break as they get the pitching change, and we'll let you know who our new pitcher will be when we come back. Stay tuned. So we have a new pitcher and some defensive changes. On the bump will be Aiden Garcia, who was formerly at first base. Our new first baseman will be Madden Nunn, number 23, and our former pitcher, Arion Gould, has moved over to second base, replacing Chase Boykins. And it'll be number 4 in for number 1. Aiden Diaz. And first one, a strike.
It's a nice luxury to have, a guy like Garcia come in and just throw strikes, good arm. Um, really nice arms out of the White Sox team, too.
And Coors is our batter of note. He's pinch hitting for Kraft. Swing and a miss, and now they've got 2 strikes on Coors. Runners on first and second, no outs. So an opportunity now for Indy to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I mean, they have a big mountain to climb here with 11-1, but this is a good opportunity for them to get another run.
Trying to throw, and good stop there by Paris Head because that ball bounced and went all the way back over towards the shortstop position. He had to reach over to grab it.
Hampton Hall, trying to show off his, arm right there and maybe catch him sleep.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strike 3 on Coors. And the first strikeout of the day for Aiden Garcia. So now we go to the top half, and it will be Darrell Rice hitting for Indy.
And Darrell Rice has hit the ball really good.
And that's in for a strike right across the plate.
He's a patient hitter. You could tell he waits for his pitch. He's been able to hit 2 balls right on the nose.
That one inside. And that inside pitch, he sort of bowed those elbows out.
Yeah,
He's got to be
try to
careful.
get hit maybe a little bit.
That is outside to make it 2-1.
Yeah, really good job right here. Just taking pitches that are barely off the plate. Close pitches is good job.
And got the outside corner to even the count at 2 apiece. And especially in the junior and senior division high school game, you'll hear guys say, wear it, wear it.
Yeah. You want we got ice.
Yeah.
We want you to get on base.
Now, in the professional ranks, especially with the way and a shot gets it, Tyler Thomas with the streak. Oh, he could have got a double play. He got the line drive, but the throw allows the base runner to make it over to third base.
This is another hot line drive by off the bat of Rice right there. Line drive to third base, and it looked like it was just really quick coming at him, and it happened fast. He threw it to second base. It was a little low. It still got the out.
Throwing it down, and the runner, and it's a crash between Paris and the base runner, and Paris' head is down, slow to get up, and that collision made the ball go into right field. A run will score.
Yeah, he kind of just went to, as the ball was coming up the line, he went to tag and it hit the runner with his knee and looked like it spun him out a little bit. Just got to get outs right now.
Gavin Jones gets it over to Thomas at third, and they will get him on the tag. Good job there by Madden Nunn, and they get out of the inning, but not before they give up 1 run. So Indy was able to chink a little bit off of this lead, just 1 run. We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 11-2 is your score. Stay tuned. Chris, can you hear me? Chris, can you hear me? Hello, Chris. Mr. Urban.
He got you?
Bottom half of the fifth inning, and we do have a pinch hitter, Roman Burgess, in to hit for the White Sox juniors. And he's batting for Aaron Gould.
Yeah, some of these starters for the White Sox have done what they've had to do all tournament. You know, time to get these guys some at bats, keep them fresh, keep your bench ready to go.
1-0 pitch. And Jones dives but just can't cover it. And that ball was hit in the exact right spot in order to make that play. And that looks like that may be Croft. Is that Kraft over there? I think that may be Kraft. Yes, that is Max Kraft. I think it's short now.
Again, it's a real luxury when you have bench players coming in the game and getting knocks. Like nothing, you know, you're not missing anything from your starters. And even, you know, when they're so good, they come in and they just plug right in.
Hampton Hall up to bat now, who has had a great tournament overall.
Yeah, outstanding tournament. Look for him to keep adding to it.
Now went inside for ball one.
And the cool thing about all this is that you can see the discipline, the plate discipline from these hitters. They don't just chase.
Burgess runs to second, and he gets the steal.
See the coach joking with him. Maybe try to lay it down a bunt here, and then he's like, no, don't do it. I'm just joking. But, you know, it's just they know he can hit. Everybody knows he can hit.
That one is high.
And look for him to have the green light here. There's no reason not to. He's going to get a good pitch to hit.
That one is low, and he will get a base on ball.
And he didn't want to walk at all.
No, he wanted to
hit.
And now we've got another pinch hitter. This will be Xavier Alvarez. And it seems as though everybody's getting in on the act today.
Yeah, on both clubs, you know, just getting some playing time, getting some reps, and also for the White Sox, keeping your guys ready to go, keeping them fresh.
Runners at first and second, no outs. That's on the outside for ball one. And that's high, goes over the catcher's head, and runners will advance to second and third. So now he's got 2 runners in scoring position for Xavier Alvarez.
Infield's in right here. Hopefully Alvarez can get some in the air.
That's on the outside. Now the count is 3 balls, no strikes. That one fouled back for strike 1.
They're letting him go 3-0 right there. He got a good pitch to his swung. You could tell he was right on it. He just missed it a little bit.
And this one is a dribbler, and good catch made by the second baseman to get out number 1.
You know, a really good thing to see is that it looks, Alvarez got a fastball in that he couldn't handle, but the teammates in the dugout, they were all cheering for him, and they were paying attention to what's happening. Again, little things that go a long ways when you're a good team. Everybody seems to care. Everybody seems to be paying attention to what's going on, even in the 11-2 game, on the verge of really winning this tournament and going to Florida.
Ethan Gonzalez pinch hitting now for Chase Watson. Outside corner, called strike.
Once again, you see the dugout really invested in every pitch. Helping their teammates out, and
that's a shot, and this will be the game-winning run. And for Ethan Gonzalez, they're gonna give him a shower. Great job by the formerly courtesy runner, and he comes in and gets the game-ending RBI, and it is the White Sox junior team that is your 2026 Central Division champions for the second year in a row. And good sportsmanship right here at the end. They're shaking hands.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, they had a little mini celebration there. Obviously, they're expecting to go to Florida, and they got unfinished business. I mean, what a showing by this group, by this organization. Really nice, really impressed. And these kids, man, they handle business. Now it's time for the senior guys to handle their business.
And good job by the junior team. And they'll have the trophy presentation, and they're going to try to dunk somebody. Here comes the water, and it's so hot. I think the coaches will definitely enjoy this.
And he don't see it coming at all.
And they're waiting, they're waiting. There we go. They try to get him, and good job.
That's always fun, man. I remember when Salvi used to do it all the time. He's still doing it. But it's awesome to see. These guys, they put the work in and day out, and you feel like your coaches are very part of everything you do. So really cool to see.
No doubt about it. And now they'll have the banner presentation, and they'll get their championship T-shirts. And for the losers today, for Indy, they have nothing to hang their head down about, because this is, according to Coach Hampton, their first tournament together as a unit.
Yeah. It's a newer group, but just to make it to this point against a really good team, again, nothing to be ashamed of. They really came out and did a good job. It's really two good programs going at it.
No doubt about it. And the pitchers, it's pitcher time. This group was able to do a great job. 12-2, your final score. They only gave up 5 runs for the entire tournament. And that says a lot when you can only give up 5 runs.
Yeah, that's impressive. And I think, even the coaches yesterday were kind of joking with us, hey, we didn't want to give up any runs.
Correct.
They're setting the standard, for what it is to go out there and compete at the highest level.
So they'll have a little bit more time to celebrate, and they'll hand out their championship shirts. And the celebration will begin, but, you know, they're not going to be too exuberant because they feel as if they want to get the big trophy.
Exactly.
The World Series trophy.
They enjoyed this one. They put the work in, but you could tell there's something bigger on their mind. And it starts with the coaching staff. You know, like setting the expectations that they did, you know, coming into this tournament. And, again, really fun to watch. Really good group. Athletic. Overall, one of the best teams, you know, that we've watched in a while.
No doubt about it. Jordan. And they don't play a mean style of baseball. They are very methodical in what they do. They're not playing, as they say in college, guerrilla ball. They're not overpowering people, but they make base hits at the right time. They have base running at the right time, and their defense is spot on.
James, you nailed it. That's kind of what makes them so dangerous, is that they can beat you in many different ways. They got the hitting, they got, you know, the pitching, they got the defense, and really their base running. They're so athletic that they can do so many different things, right, on the bases. I mean, again, I'm sure it's really, really fun to coach these guys. You know, you can tell they want it. The coaches don't want it more than they do. The players want it, and that's at this age, that's something that it's important. You know, the coach can't want this more than the actual player, and so it's fun to watch kids. They want it like that.
And they've created a great program there at the Chicago White Sox RBI Program Academy in Chicago, where it is tradition. They've had junior players that have moved on to the senior division. We'll see a couple of the guys who've made that transition already tearing it up in the senior division, and they're in the bottom half of that age group. They've got a couple of more years in the senior division, and we've seen new players in the junior division do the exact same thing. So that lets you know that they're getting guys, I think they get them at as early as 9 years old, and they start to develop them. And that's letting you know that that's a program that's on the rise.
That's a system. They got a system going on.
Yes, they have a very good system.
Yeah, they're trying. You can tell they're trying to maybe build a dynasty.
Yes.
And, you know, so far, you know, it's been very impressive to watch.
And what better motivation to go to Florida in August, right before school starts, go to the beach and play some baseball.
And get it paid for, which is great.
There you go. And that's always important when somebody else is paying the freight.
Absolutely. I mean,
No
again,
doubt.
they've earned it. They came out here and played, took care, handled their business, and it was outstanding. Outstanding job by the White Sox organization, top to bottom.
And we got to give all the teams credit. They had 9 teams that showed up for this year's tournament, and all of them came. And you got to think about it. You're trying to take a group of teenagers, young teenagers, on the road to a big city like Kansas City. You're putting them up in a hotel, and you're saying, hey, guys, we got to act right, we got to play right, we got to live right.
And that right there, James, is exactly why the impact that the coaches have on these kids go a long ways, because they're giving them not only baseball skills but life skills, you know, on how to behave themselves, how to represent, you know, where they're from, the White Sox program, Youth Baseball Academy, their families, and just really an advantage for these kids to get out and understand, you know, how to really be on the road. You know, if this is what you want to do, be on the road, and you know, it makes you that much closer, too, as a group.
Some more pitchers. They all have on their championship shirts now. So now they're letting them know, hey, look at this camera.
Yeah, this is where the pictures, you know, It's fun, but they take a while. And these are the memories you're going to go, look back on as teammates, and this is what they're going to celebrate, James. They're going to celebrate winning.
Yes.
No one's really going to care if you hit 15 home runs or, you got a bunch of hits in the tournament. They're going to celebrate winning when they get back together and when they get older.
That's it. They will remember this. And the celebration continues.
Come on over here real quick.
Congratulations to the Chicago White Sox Junior RBI team as they punch their ticket to Florida for the Junior World Series.
Get away from me, Anthony.
Actually, put it on this side, like closer to the receiver. All right, ready? All right, Coach. Regional champs once again. Yesterday, you had a great drop the mic moment, and you said we got unfinished business to take care of, and it looks like you still got a lot ahead of you going into Vero Beach.
Absolutely. I told you we're here for a purpose. We left some in Vero Beach last year, and we're going to go take it.
The talent on this squad is unmatched, whether it be in the junior division or the senior division. How do you guys recruit such talent and develop that talent, which is so important?
Well, development is our biggest thing. We got to teach the kids how to play the game the right way from the early age of 11 and 12 all the way up through. So development is our biggest thing.
And when you develop, you already know what it's like to be down in Vero Beach, and you see the best of the best that Nike RBI has to offer. What is going to make your team different? How are they going to stand out? And what are they going to have to do to compete with the best talent in the country?
We just here to play baseball. That's it. We don't worry about who's across the field from us. We just here to play baseball. That's it. I don't care if the New York Yankees are over there. We just here to play. We're going to compete.
Don't care if the Yankees are there, but you guys are certainly looking like the Yankees right now. Coach, congratulations. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
All right.